There's a couple different options when you're recording acoustic guitars that you can work with inside your mix. One of which is a, mono setup. You have one acoustic kind of right up the middle, drives the song, adding something to it, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. A second option is stereo guitars. And I know there's a lot of talk about stereo guitars these days and ways that we can accomplish that, but let me let you in on a little secret. Just zoom a little close in, like, come here. I've made mistakes in the studio before. I'm betting you have too. No matter what level we're at in our craft, there's mistakes that are bound to happen. Some we can recover from, some we know to avoid, others we kind of create without knowing it. So let's hop into Studio One real quick. And before we do that, speaking of Studio One, if you, like me, use Studio One and you may not know everything that it has to offer, or you get stuck in specific places, then reach out to me. If you head to floodwaterstudios.com/coaching, I'd love to partner up with you and work with you one-on-one. Right there on the website, it'll show you everything that the coaching entails, and I hope to schedule a session with you soon. So inside Studio One here, I have a song pulled up. That's my song. It's Wasted Words. And in this tune, we have an acoustic track. We'll listen to that real quick. Just some simple EQ on there, straightforward, right up the middle. Now, if we listen in context with the tune itself here, so there's a lot going on, but the acoustic is still very present. So what if we wanted to take this acoustic and spread it out? Because mono's great, there's nothing wrong with that, but let's experiment here. So I've seen a lot of people just grab the same track and duplicate it and throw one left and right. Let's see how that sounds. So all we really did here was just make it louder, and it's still right up the middle. So if we just solo these, you can hear nothing has changed. And if we bounce it down here to mono, you'll hear it's still right up the middle. So duplicating the track like that is just keeping everything mono still. Nothing is actually widening up. So next, I've seen a lot of people, and I've been guilty of this also on this channel, but we need to correct some things here because I made a mistake. So if we come in here and we can zoom in real far so we can see these waveforms here. And we're just going So we just took that and slid it over ever so slightly. Let's listen to what that sounds like. So that actually sounds pretty cool, but here's the problem. We're not actually widening anything and making anything stereo. We are being tricked by our ears. If we zoom back in here, I can show you exactly what's happening. See, as you can see, this waveform coming up, this one's coming down now. Same thing here, going down, going up, which is going to start to cause a lot of problems when things get mixed down to mono. So let's demonstrate that real quick. So we're listening. So you can hear once we went down to mono, we're losing a lot of the body of the guitar. We're introducing some strange phase artifacts that are happening. This is not the way to do stereo acoustics. Now, again, we've said you can record mono. That's perfectly fine. You can also record an acoustic with 2 microphones. That's my preferred method, is to have 2 microphones on one acoustic. That way I can split them left and right, and you can get a pretty nice stereo spread, or we can duplicate the actual playing, not the track, but record a second pass with the acoustic, and you get actual stereo. And we'll show you what that is here. So we did this for this specific song. So real quick, we're going to delete this. Going to get rid of that. We're going to come in here and we're going to turn on the second acoustic part that we recorded. Again, not one guitar duplicated in Studio One, but 2 times I played this part. Now, doing so, you're going to get a couple different things. One, you're going to be able to split that left and right, get true stereo. We'll hear that in just a second. 2, keep in mind, you're never going to play the same part the exact same way every time. So you may get some different artifacts. I say artifacts. You'll hear the tonalities and the pick movements, so your pick patterns up, down. You may hear it kind of bouncing back and forth, but that's also kind of cool and gives a little character. It's kind of like running it through, you know, like a slapback delay, something like that. I personally like it, and you may like it as well, so let's listen to that here. So that's in mono. So now we're getting true stereo width from the left guitar and the right guitar because it's 2 separate recordings of the same part. In context with the mix, let's take a listen. And the nice thing is, if we bounce this to mono here, if we switch that over from stereo to mono, we're not losing anything for the acoustic, and we're not creating any sort of artifacts and phase issues either. I hope this video has helped you guys out. Again, I fell into the same trap of trying to duplicate and shift over and fake stereo spread, and it just doesn't work when you get into the nitty-gritty for everything. So let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Again, if you are looking for some help in Studio One specifically, head to floodwaterstudios.com/coaching. Let me partner with you to get you to the point where the software isn't going to be a hindrance to you creating the music that you want to create. I can't wait to talk to you about that. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Go record something. See ya.